Picture this. You meet someone for the first time, and without even realizing it, your brain makes assumptions about them based on things like appearance, accent, or even the clothes they're wearing. Why does this happen? Stereotypes. Why do stereotypes, those overgeneralized beliefs about groups, stick with us, even when we know they're not always true? In just 5 minutes or less, I'm going to break down the psychology behind why stereotypes are so persistent. Hello, I'm Dr. Williams, a social psychologist, and I'm going to be teaching you about psychology in 5 minutes or less. Our brains are like efficiency machines. We process an overwhelming amount of information every second. And to keep up, our brains rely on shortcuts called schemas. Stereotypes are just schemas about people. They help us to make quick judgments, which was useful for survival in the past, like quickly deciding if someone was friend or foe. But here's the problem. While shortcuts save mental energy, they're often inaccurate. They cause us to overlook individual differences because our brain prefers patterns, even when those patterns are based on incomplete or biased information. Once we form a stereotype, it's hard to shake because of something called confirmation bias. This is our tendency to notice and remember information that confirms what we already believe, while ignoring evidence that contradicts it. For example, if someone believes the stereotype that teenagers are reckless, they'll notice every time a teen does something risky. But they'll overlook all the responsible teens. This selective attention reinforces the stereotype, making it feel true when it's actually not. Another reason stereotypes stick is because they're repeated everywhere, especially in media. Think about how certain groups are portrayed in movies, news, and even TV shows. If black men are frequently shown as criminals or Latinos as gang members, those images get embedded in our subconscious. Repetition makes ideas familiar, and familiarity feels like the truth. This is known as the illusory truth effect. The more we hear something, the more likely we are to believe it, even without evidence. Stereotypes also stick because they serve social functions. They help justify existing social hierarchies. For example, if people believe the stereotype that certain groups are less intelligent, it becomes easier to rationalize why those groups are underrepresented in leadership role. This process is called system justification. In other words, stereotypes just don't live in our minds. They help maintain systems of power and inequality. So, what can we do? First, we recognize stereotypes aren't just bad thoughts. They're cognitive habits reinforced by culture, media, and society. But like any habit, they can be challenged. It starts with awareness, followed by intentionally seeking out diverse perspectives and questioning our automatic assumptions. What's one stereotype you've heard repeatedly, and how did it shape your thinking before you challenged it?